Hello everyone, welcome to another digital lecture class 12th Business Economics. In our last video, we have studied about branches of economics and difference between microeconomics and macroeconomics. Today, we will learn about subject matter and features of microeconomics and macroeconomics. Subject matter of microeconomics. First point is theory of product pricing. The theory of product pricing explains the price of the product is determined based on demand and supply. Theory of product pricing deals with theory of demand and theory of supply. Theory of supply deals with analysis of consumers. Theory of supply deals with production and cost. Now one important fact is price determined with the help of microeconomics. Pricing occurs where the balance between demand and supply is found. Second point is theory of factor pricing or theory of distribution. This theory is related to reward for factor of production. Land, labor, capital and entrepreneur are the factor of production. Here, reward for land is rent, reward for labor is wages, reward for capital is interest, reward for entrepreneur is profit. Whatever is left after giving rent, wages and interest is the taking risk reward of the entrepreneur. Third point is theory of economic welfare. This theory is related to efficient allocation of resources. Efficient allocation of resources will result in welfare. The economy is well developed even then resources are scarce. Optimum utilization of scarce resources is efficient allocation of resources. Subject matter of macroeconomics. First point is theory of income and employment. Determination of income and employment is the subject matter of macroeconomics. Level of income and employment depends on effective demand. Effective demand is determined by total expenditure, consumption expenditure, investment expenditure and government expenditure. Second point is theory of general price level and inflation. The biggest economic problem in the world is the price rise due to inflation, whether it is a developed economy or an underdeveloped economy. Both the economy is troubled by inflation. Third point is theory of economic growth. The theory of economic growth is a branch of macroeconomics. It tries to solve the problem of economic development with the help of economic planning. Fourth point is theory of distribution. What is the remuneration of the factor of production in national income and how the total income is distributed among them? It is studied in macroeconomics. Now features of microeconomics. First point is study of individual units. Individual units are only studied in microeconomics. Microeconomics helps in explaining individual income, individual production, individual consumption, etc. This system keeps its relation, the units and not to the group. In this way, microeconomics helps in the analysis of the entire economy by studying individual problems. Second point is study of small variables. As a second feature of microeconomics, it studies small variables. Small variables means demand of a commodity, supply of a commodity, income of a consumer. These variables have such a low impact that they do not affect the whole economy. For example, a consumer by his consumption and a producer by his production cannot have influence over the demand and supply of whole economic system. Third point is determination of individual price. Microeconomics is also known as price theory. Under this, we study the demand and supply of goods. Individual prices of goods are determined with the help of demand and supply. Fourth point is based on the concept of full employment. Full employment situation is assumed when the economic analysis is done in microeconomics. Now we will study about features or characteristics of macroeconomics. First point is broader perspective. In macroeconomics, solution of national and international problems is found, and in macroeconomics, small variables are not given importance. Second point is importance of dynamic economy. In microeconomics, more importance is given to dynamic economy. We have to change our planning and policies according to the needs of environment. Producers have to make changes in their products according to the market behavior, because for the continuity of business it is necessary to make changes from time to time. Third point is analysis of general problem. General problems at national level, like problems related to monetary policy, fiscal policy, general price level, general employment, are analyzed by macroeconomics. Fourth point is priority to group interest. In macroeconomics, priority is given to group interest instead of individual interest. Without thinking about one family, one industry, one firm, more importance is given to the study of all the families, all the firms, all the industries of a nation. Fifth point is interdependence. Microeconomics and macroeconomics are complement each other, not opposite. The work of macroeconomics cannot be complete without microeconomics, and microeconomics without macroeconomics. Both depend on each other. So today we understood subject matter and features of microeconomics and macroeconomics. If you have any question related to this topic, write below in the comment section. That's all for today. Thank you very much.